Okay, then. Um... Yeah, we can keep going. Howls split the air, nearing closer every minute. Unfortunately, camp will have to be abandoned unless the wolves be fought in bed. At least, perhaps, quick travel can avoid an encounter. Well, let's hope. Ah, the gatehouse. The mountains converge here to form a narrow passage between them. An impressive wall spans the width of it, adorned by a large gatehouse in its center. Despite the welcoming symbol of civilization, the lack of noise is rather ominous. This depression is being used as a trash heap. Some of the stuff in it actually looks useful, but more importantly, there is body shoved up against the wall. It is thoroughly charred and is currently fostering a whole host of insect larvae. Ugh. Poor fur. Ooh, better kind of lockpicks! Yes, please, thank you. You can get that one, you can get that. At closer inspection, this gatehouse seems to have been abandoned. Rubble and bloodied weapons lie scattered inside of it, and the interior walls are in shabby condition. There must have been a recent struggle here. Uh-oh. Suddenly, and without warning, a whole band of rugged men have unveiled themselves. While they appear from their concealment spells, the west gate slams shut, which effectively eliminates all methods of escape. The men ready their weapons, and a mage, who appears to be their leader, quietly conjures a green mist in his hands. He walks forward slowly and then begins speaking in an unexpected, slightly nasal voice. Greetings, travelers! I see you ventured out to these blessed lands of Sharon. It is our honorable duty to defend this gate, and to do so I must ask of you something. In other words, what brings you to these parts? We're adventurers about to embark on a quest. Adventurers? No one sent for adventurers. There's an awkward silence, followed by sharp birdsong. The mage scowls deeply in thought. Then, his mind made up, he makes a quick gesture toward his men. I strongly suggest turning back. There is nothing of importance here. He shifts his weight anxiously, as if he were expecting a response. Ask to pass forward into Sharon regardless? The mage scoffs loudly. I admire your enthusiasm. He claps his hand violently, causing every last fragment of reality to melt. An iridescent swirl of colors forms from the chaos, enveloping all consciousness. It seems that these guards are not the friendliest bunch of strangers in the world. It's dark and mildly dank. The floor is cold stone, made fuzzy in patches by some form of fungus. Whoever operates this prison never bothered to take their prisoners' equipment. Odd, unless this group of people doesn't fear the prospect of armed prisoners. Nonetheless, escape is necessary, as well as some answers regarding the incident at the gatehouse. This section of wall resembles a woolen garment, as it is covered heavily in mold. Feeling one of the bricks causes it to fall into the cavity behind it. The surrounding bricks give way easily, though they must be removed by hand in order to avoid detection. 10 minutes pass before a small hole is formed in the wall. The hole is large enough for one person to squeeze through, though sending more than one person through will likely cause the whole wall to collapse, raising the attention of the guards. Alright, send someone through. Yeah, let's send Fox through. A pitch black envelops the surroundings. Footsteps are muffled by large, soft objects which litter the ground. After searching for a short while, the wall suddenly swings out of the way. What the? My toadstools! You will pay! Ow. The alchemist falls to the ground while clawing frantically at the air. More ergot, she gasps. Her body strikes the ground with a loud thud. Oh, here. An alchemist has been slain. It's highly doubtful that whoever owns this place will act with hospitality. Whatever the case, these people are most likely not so-called guards of Charon. Whoever resides here did not seem to have much reasoning for holding up the gatehouse in such a manner. Most likely they are using the gate in order to steal from travelers. Bandits aren't overly concerned about humanely treating prisoners. Fellow party members are still behind and must be rescued. Well, there goes a tailor. Amber. Beautiful skin. These boots will be useful for someone. At first, this room appears to be a barbaric display of grisly trophies. Yet closer inspection reveals that everything in this room is made of a hard, waxy material. The material is completely foreign, yet the mere existence of this room is more puzzling. Why would someone devote a room to fake trophies? An unidentified potion. And a pewter mug. That's worth some coin. Ah, this must be the way. Aces! What? Good game. I guess. What, Fyodor? What is... I hear something. There go those. Healing potion, more amber, and a haste potion. Ooh, a torque. That's actually got value, as is that leather armor. The prison guard collapses as a result of his punishment. He dies with a half-satisfied grin and a rusty key in his belt. The key probably operates the lever controlling the gates. We'll get that identified once we get our people out, I imagine. The chains rattle immediately as the lever is thrown. The portcullis slides into place with a satisfying click, a click which signals fellow party members to retrieve their belongings. They rush out in greeting, prepared to continue onward. The short time in that miserable cell has done little to dent their spirits. Excellent. A party is here. Now. Fine leather armor and an iron longsword. Anyway, we have some things we need to head out. Okay, that's a strength elixir. Good to know. The boots will go to you. Alright. Leather armor. Actually, a torque is a piece of headgear, I think. No, you already have, so Draco, I guess, will be wearing it. Okay, fine leather armor. Does anyone... No, that'll be... You will use that. And 2 to 10 will go to you. Okay. Nothing on any of those. Okay, we're good to continue on. Pants and crude arrows. Nothing we need in here, unless there's a hidden passage. This guy seems to like hidden passages. Here's the answer is no, there is no hidden passage. An unidentified bracelet, a lightning spray scroll, and a bar of lead. That one's a cloak. And a nice private little bathroom there. Okay, nothing else in there. This chamber is awe-inspiring. The bandits here have excavated a large aperture in the ceiling, allowing for precious rays of sunlight to come pouring into the chamber. A variety of plants and trees are fueled by the incoming sunlight and ingeniously watered by the pond in the center. Several mats lie about the ground, indicating the garden's use for relaxation. Regardless of the purpose, constructing a garden like this requires a lot of funds and hard labor. Whoever operates this place must be sitting upon a large hoard of wealth. Unlike the rest of this complex, this room remains unpaved. The natural cave floor keeps the chamber at a chilling temperature, thus refrigerating any perishable supplies. Some of the non-perishable supplies on the table appear to be of the kind useful to adventurers. Maybe there's more lucrative supplies behind those magical barriers. Let's see here. Magic lockpicks, yes. Silver ring. Iron pike. Boots. Bronze longsword. Steel buckler. Steel arrows and a beautiful skin. Okay, does anyone need the steel buckler? You can use the steel buckler. The iron buckler has value? Not much. I'm gonna save before I go in there. You, however, are going to get more mages. Oh, more strength. I think that's a good idea. And hardiness. There we go. Alright. Can't actually get into the magic barrier. Okay, good to know. Okay, that's those guys dead. A rogue's elixir. And a shard of release. Interesting. Leather helmet and boots. Actually, you know what? Take the leather helmet. The torque is worth 100 coins, the leather helmet 15, but they both have the same... Well, the torque is a little lighter. Oh wait, use the iron pike. Does the crude pike have value to it? A little bit. Okay then. Ow. That was not pleasant. Ooh, leather bracers. Useful. Ace potion and gloves. Also useful. And more amber. And an ash bow. Okay. Sounds of merriment leak through the doors. The bandits are clearly enjoying their exchange of jokes and offhanded comments, and from the sound of things, their alcoholic drink. Unfortunately for the eavesdropping adventurers, the door swings open abruptly. A short, seedy man at one of the tables turns his head and sights the intruders. The prisoners! Halt! The former ruckus in the room dissipates like a wisp. Bandits reach for their weapons and glare at the intrusion with contempt. An elaborately robed man arises from his seat across the room. He looks strikingly similar to the leader of the Gatehouse Bandits. In fact, he is. How foolish of you! You have trampled through the bowels of my fortress and slaughtered my men, having dared to entertain the thought of escape, yet have you not considered the display of power I brought down upon you at the gates? He swings his arm, reaching for the wand set precariously at the end of the table. The loose sleeve dangling to his arm nudges the wand before his hands reach it. The wand suddenly falls to the cold floor. Its focusing crystal shatters into a colorful myriad of shards. What the... Oh my. What? No! I guess I'll just have to do it the hard way. Thaddeus, no! Kill them! The clang of unsheathed weapons reverberates throughout the room, though some of the wielders don't appear to be completely sober. Well, this is going to suck. Enter combat. This is going to suck a lot. We do have this wand of ice. Well, that worked effectively. That worked surprisingly effectively. Well, there goes all of them. That happened. Surprisingly easier than I expected it would be. Too heavy. Ooh, steel short sword. Yes, please. Okay, to switch out that. Okay. And there goes the cook. Okay. Still one or two rooms we haven't checked over here. Nothing in there, or there, or there. Nothing here. Also, I just realized... looks like... there may be a hidden room in here. There appears to not be. I was wrong. Alright, moving on. The bandits are taken care of. You know what, grab the lamp. Anything in here? Some spiritual herbs. Not much. Let's see, he drop anything? Oh, I mean he dropped a few things. Fine leather helmet. Into 2 plus 1. Also, user healing. Thank you. Nothing in here. Why do I feel like there must be something back there? I feel like there must. And there apparently is not. I was wrong. I need an iron dagger. 40 coins! That's a deal. Oh, screw it. You provide some healing, and you... there we go. Another unidentified bracelet. Nothing in that box. Healing potion in that box. Leather sling, iron arrows, crude bow, crude sword. Okay. Looks like we may be able to get out of here now. Poor leather helmet, no thank you. And with that, we can get out of here. Another healing, please. And we can escape. Well, let's get out of here. We have a little time left. This hideout leads into a dank, overgrown area. It will take a great deal of effort to locate the structure again, if at all. The entrance fades away upon leaving it. Perhaps the journey to Amadis will continue unobstructed. The nearby bushes, once quiet, now stir violently. Within moments, a troop of bandits reveals itself from the foliage. They seem to recognize their prey, and they're not surrendering their ground anytime soon. Okay, and casting that. Well, that went well. fine leather armor. Yes, please. And an ash bow. The last of the bandits strikes the ground with a loud thud. The grass has been mottled with blood and will soon receive a few smears from the cleaning of blades. Alright, the ash bow shall go to Draco. Get rid of the crude bow, we don't need it. Okay. At the mouth of this secluded valley lies yet another, but much larger vale. Small rodents run among the bushes while the sun shines upon them behind a shroud of listless clouds. The land is rugged, yet it still possesses a great deal of beauty. Regardless, the land's serenity conceals its problems. There's certainly something amiss if the presence of adventurers is required. All travelers exiting Sharon must be checked. Before this gatehouse was attacked, the occupants kept a small garden here. Since no one is left to attend to it, weeds have seized control and choked the useful alchemical herbs. A pity. So let's see if there's anything in here that would actually be of value. Crossbow. We are carrying a lot of crap. Okay. You need to find a merchant. Oh! Oh, a ring! Nothing there. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can get back to the guy so I can sell this stuff. The road stretched back to the mainland of Pralgad. It is a long journey, but one that can be completed with accomplishment. Do you wish to leave Sharon? No, stay here. Okay then. Ah, jeez, didn't mean that. This was once a room used for scanning incoming travelers. The scanning room has been rendered useless, and the mage operating it lies as a bloated mess in the corner. The stench has prevented anyone from looting the place. Nothing of worth to take, really. A slow scroll, I mean, it's something. And some coins on the bookshelves. An ogre is busy preaching to kobolds in a shrill, guttural voice. They're quite immersed in into the rantings, but one of them eventually notices the nearby eavesdroppers. They bare their fangs and charge. 8 kobolds and an ogre. Okay. The ogre groans loudly in its death throes. After a short burst of vomiting, a blood-red, hateful dagger falls out of its crude boots. Could serve as a weapon if pressed into a corner. Sheik got it. A ceremonial dagger, 2 to 10. I think it's more valuable. We'll keep it. Pragan Swamps. Not really gonna go through there. It looks like the road goes around it. A greater nature lord is required to find the cache. Good to know. 4 ravenous wolves. Okay, there go those wolves. Man, this area really is overgrown. There's a lot to this place. After a short hike, a seemingly unearthly pool of water comes into sight. Bands of color roam about on the surface of the water. Touching the water reveals that the pool is covered in some sort of a gossamer, a texture much like the skin of a jellyfish. A deer suddenly comes into view. It's quickly lapping up water on the opposite side of the pool, as if it couldn't possibly drink enough of it. Perhaps the water is safe for drinking, or perhaps it isn't. There's only one way to find out. The water obviously appears unnatural. It was probably best to leave it alone. Actually, let's save and then give it a try. Alright, let's see here. Drink some of the water. The water tastes sweet, even sweeter than honey. Drinking some only arouses a need for more and more until the point that the bowels begin to churn furiously. An acute pain cries from the abdomen. This pool is possibly added to its list of victims. Right, that was a poor idea. Let's reload and just not have that. Yeah, we'll pretend that never happened. Anyway. A watchtower stands precariously on the edge of the cliff. Its frail legs sweat splinters, leaving a blanket of beige at its base. Atop the structure stand several archers, who frantically wave to draw closer. The archers stop waving as several paces are taken towards them. One of them quickly vanishes from sight, accompanied by the scraping of wood. The belly of the tower abruptly swings open and sways carelessly in the wind. A dark, lean figure wielding a longbow struts down the ladder. His keen, searching eyes pierce the air as he approaches. "Greetings! Come inside." Go inside. He motions towards his guests and bounds up the ladder. Rotting apple cores and shattered arrow shafts litter the soft wood floor. 4 archers rest around the mat in the center of the room, ignorant of the disarray strewn about them. The dark figure arises. "I am Barklon, commander of this division. Under normal circumstances, we would not allow for any visitors. However, I am bound to protect my men, and I require assistance in eliminating a certain danger. Yesterday, several bolts rang by our heads. We quickly ran in the direction of the shots and caught a glimpse of a woman we have identified as Julia. We cannot pursue her as the watchtower must be manned at all times." He wrests the string from his bow and lays it upon the ground as a form of friendly gesture. "Please, I ask that Julia be eliminated. She can be found upstream, and I shall offer this bow as a reward." The bow clearly has magical properties. "Agree to help." "Thank you," he says stoically. The archers release the trapdoor, almost too eager to be left alone. They keep the door open, yet they don't wave goodbye. Odd. We set upstream, so I imagine it might be up there. Probably. Is there anyone in that other watchtower I saw down here? Oh, there's a signpost here. Amadis, 29 miles. Okay, I actually can't. No, I'm not drinking the water. Whatever predator is afflicting this land seems to extend its fear upon this militia. Even the captain appears a bit frightened, but at least he gives a warning of savage beasts to the north. After a few awkward moments, the soldiers march to the south. And this must be the town, Amadis. And this is where I'm going to end this episode, because it's gone on long enough. Next episode, we'll actually enter the town of Amadis and see what's going on. As for what I think of the scenario so far, oh god, the purple prose is thick in this scenario. Oh well, we'll see how it goes. But that'll be in the next episode. Till then, I'm Chester44, that is Fox, Sheik, Bonnie, and Draco. This has been a Blades of Avernum Let's Play, and I shall see you all next time.